Hello guys, welcome to another video. Wow, I like to keep my channel pure entertainment in case you haven't recognized that, because there's enough in the world to be sad about. There's enough in life to be sad about. So I thought it was like a pretty good start of the week this week. I just opened up Spotify, recommended like that with Future, and I saw Kendrick was on it with Metro Broom with the beat. And I was like, okay, let me hear this bop. So I put it in my headphones. I was like, okay, this is cool. Future's doing his usual sounds. And then it went to the Kendrick verse, and I was like, oh, okay. When he said, after Big Three, it's just Big Me. And I was like, okay. Oh, I was like, okay. But when he said bum, that I was like, he was already going in. But when he said bum, I felt personally attacked, if I'm being completely honest. And if you didn't feel personally attacked, good for you. I took that bum personal. I was like, wow, let me get up and do something with my life, because wow. So when I didn't know it was gonna start with, I didn't know that was gonna continue with a whole rap beef. So then when I was like, okay, let me listen to what's going in, let's hear the music's not gonna come out, I went to first person shooter to understand where the Big Three line came from. And then I was like, oh, so it's J. Cole and Drake on that song. And I listened to it and I was like, oh, okay, it was kind of there, just throwing jabs, but it was kind of like, it was alright, was what I'm saying. And then I went on Brooklyn Vegan, this blog post, to try to figure out like what was the timeline of what was going on. So I'll definitely link that in the description box, because I'm probably gonna get mixed up. But I heard Taylor Made, because I was like, is it still online? Let me see, because I heard about the Tupac estate incident. So I was like, wow, so the AI generated sound, that's definitely psychological warfare. I will say that is some psychological warfare, especially with Kendrick's relationship to Tupac, his estate. And yeah, that was psychological warfare. And I was like, wow. Finally listened to it, and I was like, okay, like on the psychological point, it's good. In terms of the hit factor, for me was alright, but I have no leg in this race. I just want to say, disclaimer, these allegations are allegating, and it's a little bit crazy, because these are some real accusations, allegations, defamation of character that is something that I've never seen before. Like, the defamation of character is crazy. So but if there are victims involved, then it's not a laughing matter, especially when everything is like wrapped up in a ball of entertainment, with sounds. So that is the, even though we're all kikiing, laughing and saying like, this is my team, that's my team, but it's still like, there's people involved. And with that being said, I could see why J. Cole was like, oh, I'm out. Well, he also said it's not his spirit, and I definitely feel him on that, because people are calling him punk and all that stuff. But J. Cole seems more like a reserves person, so I can see why getting into that ego of like that battle rap ego, why he would just dip out, especially like all the things coming out. Drake keeps coming for Whitney, saying that Kendrick beat her. Why does her captions look like she asking for help? Which I was like, oof. But yeah, like, J. Cole bowed out, and he's probably out here trying to just protect his family too. He's like, I don't care about the reputation. This stuff is not good for my spirit. It is not good for my spirit. And then so what we got left? Two egos. Two egos. Let's start with the timeline. I'm looking at my laptop right now. So Brooklyn Vegan. Don't look at all my web browsers, because I have so many. Brooklyn Vegan, they started with the first person shooter back in 2023 when Metro Boomin, Future, and Kendrick had like that. I was like, oh, this song's a bop. Okay, cool. And then, like I said, when he said bum, I took that personal, and I was like, wow, like this feels like he's really getting through in the music. I'm like, who the hell is he talking to? This is before I knew what was going on with the beef. This was my first introduction to the beef, and having to be like, oh, what's going on? Because I'm bored. And then Drake released his Push Up, which was a bop. I'm not gonna lie, it was a bop. They had some good stuff on there as well. telling him to get a Maroon 5 need another verse, make it better, and wait, you better make it witty, stuff like that. I was like, okay. And then when he when he said, how you a big stepper when you got a size 7 man's on, and I was like, oh, okay, shoe size, which was mad hilarious because on the box of push-ups he has, like, you know, the US, UK, EU centimeters for foot size of all the different ways to say you a size 7, bro. What's up? How you a big stepper? So Kendrick is about 5'5", which I never looked into, and Drake is about 6 feet. So not that that makes a big difference. I just didn't know that Kendrick was 5'5". I don't really be looking into people's heights like that. So then Drake came out with Tailor Made, and that was in 20. Oh, so he did push-ups and then he did Tailor Made. Okay, I didn't know that timeline. Oh, yeah. So then he had the Tupac and Snoop on their AI, all that stuff. Tupac's estate was like, calm down. You're gonna need to calm down because this ain't it, bro. This ain't it. And I listened to it. Like I said, it was alright. But then I didn't know about the Tailor Made. All I heard was push-ups, and then I went to Euphoria. And for me, Euphoria, it's a masterpiece. It's just a masterpiece. Like, the switches of the beats. I just love, one thing I always loved about Kendrick Lamar is his artistry, but also his tonality. Like, the way he puts emphasis. Like, he was like, let me see you push a T. Like, basically spin back before you start pushing me. Like, he, you know what I'm saying? Even though it was like a kind of like, to me, like a kid throwing a tantrum, like me, you know? I thought that just his tonality, how his flow, the way he moves through phrases, it's so good. And especially when he just goes into all the things that he hates about Drake. He was like, yo, listen, I'm just telling you, all I want you to know is I really hate you. And that's really what it is. And I see you for who and what you are. And that's really what it is. And I thought that was crazy. That was my favorite. And for me, listen, in my opinion, once I heard Euphoria, I was like, this is over. I don't care what comes after that. Until I was proven wrong. But I was like, I don't care what happens after that. Euphoria, I mean, I still replay that. I still replay Euphoria. It's so good. Is that a spider? Yes, it is. It's a little baby one. Kendrick releases this track. Okay. So then Kendrick releases 616 saying, listen, you got moles and I'm gonna prove it. Here you go. And I was like, okay. And it's like a cool old school beat, a little bit old school hip hop beat, and I really did like that one. This is where we're in the part of the timeline where we are right now, where everything just seems to be coming back to back to back. So Family Matters drops, and he has the whole van that was similar as such, that was featured in Kendrick's old cover art for his record. And I was like, ooh, that's crazy. I was like, ooh, that's crazy. He made a whole music video and he wanted to air everybody out. He was like, listen, I'm coming for you, Rick Ross. I'm coming for ASAP. Just, you probably gonna need another kid before you start making a record, or you can just go back to modeling because your records suck and you're not in the game anymore. Oh yeah, he said he came for Future a little bit. He definitely came for Metro Boomin. Obviously Kendrick, when he said, you feeling with your back to the curb, saying that Kendrick is mad short, and that is it abuse that when his wife is bigger than him? I mean, what is she, girlfriend, wife? Okay. Saying how it's abuse. Is it really abuse if she's bigger than you? Like, it's probably self-defense. Like, it's giving self-defense because you're short, in case you didn't know that. I did love when they said, oh, Rick Ross is saying that he's a white boy, but he got all y'all waving, it got a ring to it, and he basically said that all y'all waving your white flags because you want to know something? You want to know something? I win, is what he's saying. He's saying, I win. And then not too long after that, this was the thing that got me. Not too long after Family Matters, Kendrick dropped that's why everybody was like, wait, hold on.
I'm sorry that man is your father. Let me behind.
How? He just dropped Family Matters, and why is the next name Meet the Grams? Aubrey Grams? Wow, how did he do that? If that was me, I would have been shook. I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, like, I don't got nerves to steal. Like, these motherfuckers, like, obviously they're in it to be in it. I would be shook. I'm not even gonna lie. Listen, I don't really be into rap stuff like that. Like, my raps be like Toby Lou. Like, we be in the bag. Like, I'm always in my bag. Always in my bag. Always in my feelings. What that means is, like, I'm just like, I like something that makes me feel good, and this stuff is giving me anxiety. This is giving me anxiety, like, I'm included, and that's dumb. I know at the end of the day it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They both making money. You see the views that they have on Instagram. You see the, like, people probably buying these tracks and stuff. They're good. They're good. So at the end of the day, this doesn't matter. But when he dropped Meet the Grams and he said Dear Adonis, I said no way. Every time Kendrick drops something, you have to pause it real quick, and you're just like, no. Ain't no way.
Boy, ain't no way,
boy. Boy, ain't no way.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
That was crazy. And then he talked to his mom and say, listen, you raised a son, and wouldn't it be nice as a woman to have raised men out there that actually look at you like a person and think about you? And he went for his dad, like, yo, you did a terrible job. You're supposed to show a man how to be a man, and what did you do? You did a terrible job, and I had to smack you because your son is one of those people who don't deserve to breathe air. That's hard. And then he talked to Aubrey, of course, saying, you lie. You lie. With all the ghost sounds. You lie. Yeah, that was tough. Then, after Meet the Grams, we got Not Like Us. And the cover art was crazy. You can see for yourself. The cover art was crazy. I was like, what is all these dots? And I was like, no way. This is next level defamation. Like, what are y'all gonna do about this? Like, are you going to court at this point? Like, are y'all going to court? Are y'all gonna fight? Like, I think at this point we deserve a boxing match. We deserve a boxing match because this is crazy. Because no way. Because there ain't no way. So he dropped Not Like Us because he was listening like, okay, so y'all thought I wasn't going to get a bop? Y'all thought I couldn't make a bop? Here you go. Here's the bop. If you want to go about beat and if it's danceability in the club, here's the bop. This is the only time I'd be like, yo, I wish I was on the West Coast right now. Because I'd have been... But it's terrible. It's terrible to be dancing to a song that has these high level of allegations. Okay? But at the same time, I'm like, stab this way, stab that way. You know what I mean? Like, they not let us. They not let us. They not let us. Hey, my friend, are you locked in? Now stab this way. Now stab this way. Now stab this way. Now stab this way. Like, that's messed up. That's messed up because somebody may actually take it legit, and just start stab this way and stab that way. Like, come on now. Okay, at the end of the day, oh yeah, stop, I forgot. He dropped Heart of Whatever Part 6, and people were like, okay, it sounds like you did this one yourself. Even though he did have some lines, I was like, ooh, but it was still like, I thought all I needed was Euphoria, but when I got to the end and listened to Not Like Us, I'm like, damn, those two are solidified for me. Euphoria, still my favorite, replay mad times. Not Like Us, that's hard. Like, Family Matters, I was like, okay, we got some stuff that were okay. But that was about it. Like, watch urban legend Will Evans. Okay, that guy. He just posted a video about it and having, like, tweets saying that Kendrick had basically already had all these things locked and loaded beforehand. So who's playing chess, who's playing checkers? You know what I mean? But we'll see. I think this is great momentum. I feel like, I feel like Kendrick, either he's gonna drop one more, or he's like, that last disc was so weak, we're good, and we're gonna move on to doing making an album. Now, will he go on tour? Who knows? because I have no more money starting from now, because they already got so many things happening this summer, so many concerts, and I'm still trying to allocate some funds to see that, because I'm working a lot and I just want to be outside. So I do want to see Megan. I just want to be outside just a little bit. And it takes money to have fun sometimes, and that's what I choose to do for fun sometimes. But yeah, what do y'all think about this? I'm not here to argue with anybody. Y'all could go argue in the comments if you want to, but I think that, listen, this was very potent and prevalent, and it was great, and I really did love the back and forth between the two. I know that both of these guys have ego, and both of these men are so petty. Like, they're petty, and I'm here for it. But we'll see. We'll see what comes to light. This was fun. I'm gonna go listen to Euphoria again, and Not Like Us, because that was a bop. And oh my gosh, it was also funny when Drake was like, you was rapping like you freeing the slaves, like. So what? What if he wants to be the modern day Harriet Tubman? Nah, but what do y'all think about this record? This was fun as hell. The jokes keep coming. I love all these jokes. It's amazing. And then Metro Boomin just like kicked Drake on the way out and did BBL Drizzy, which was like an old song, like a sample of an old song. So he was indeed out here making the beats. So let me know what y'all think. Yeah, anyways, this is fun, and I hope that Kendrick drops an album. I hope that he does, because I want him to. And let's see.
Monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a freak throw, man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like T.